What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to JJD TV. I'm your host, Josh, and we are back for a little Champions League group stage draw stream. I'm very excited about it. I hope you guys are as well. We've done this every year. I think this is our third or fourth year doing it. And there's some nice, interesting things to take a look at. The first thing I'm going to bring up for you guys is going to be the pots. But let me know where you guys are tuning in from today, and let me know who your club is and who you're keeping a special eye on today. But we'll get the pots up for you guys. There we go. And here they are. Nice and short. But hopefully you guys are all tuning in and are excited. The draw will actually start at 12 p.m. Eastern time, which is literally in about 13 minutes. So if you guys aren't able to watch it, I will keep you guys up to date with everything that's going on. But let me know where you guys are watching from and who you guys support, who will you be keeping a special eye on. You guys, a lot of you guys should be able to watch the draw as well, but like I said, we're here to enjoy it together. But we'll see where it is to zone. Should have it going. All right, let's get into the chat and see how you guys are doing. Yash is in here already. He says, Josh with Liverpool laughing. Yes, Yash is a big Manchester United fan, and I can just already tell he is thrilled about that result. It was an impressive result. I'm not going to lie, man. It was an impressive result. He literally just started it 15 minutes early, that's all. Josh, long time, my friend. I appreciate it, Anthony. Hope you're keeping well. Yeah, maybe some Champions League streams. Those are when you'll probably get the most out of me, is through the Champions League. I'll try to do a little bit more as well. But we shall see. But I will try, Anthony. The Champions League ones are the good ones. But Luke says, let's go. When is it? It's happening in 12 minutes, my man. 12 minutes until the start of the draw. So if you guys are tuning in today, be sure to drop a like, say hello in the chat, and hopefully we'll just sit here and enjoy. Because these are the pots right now, up on the screen for you guys. You have pot 1, 2, 3, and 4. As you guys probably know, you can't have someone from the same pot drawn in the same group. And I don't believe you can have the same country. I don't think so. Not in the group stage. So that makes it a little bit different. So Liverpool can't get anyone else in the EPL. Good morning, Josh. I'm getting ready to see Dortmund. I have my eyes on Terzic being one of BBB's. Yeah, Dortmund are which one are they in again? So yeah, they're in pot 3. They fell down quite a bit. So Dortmund could have a tricky, like, worst case scenario. There could be some tricky pools in there. Like Dortmund could get, I mean, they can't get Bayern. And group pot 1, I mean, looks like pretty interesting with Ajax and Porto, PSG all in there. I mean, they could get PSG, Madrid. Then they go like Madrid, Liverpool, and maybe Marseille. That would be a tough group, to be honest. Hey, baby. Dortmund fan tuning in. Big Jerry says, where can you watch it? You should be able to watch it on a few different areas. It depends on where in the world you are. So, Big Jerry, where are you tuning in from today, my man? But like I said, if you aren't able to watch it, hopefully I'll, at the very least, be able to keep you guys up to date with what's going on. I want Bayern versus Club Brugge. A couple of Canadians going head-to-head. That'd be an interesting one. And Bayern, obviously, in pot 1 could have an... I mean, pot two, in my opinion, looks stronger, man. Like, pot 1, like, Madrid's a good team, but then you got Frankfurt because they won the Europa League. City's obviously strong. AC Milan's like a decent team, but they don't usually do a whole bunch in Europe. Bayern's deadly. PSG can be deadly. Porto and Ajax are eh. And then in pot 2, Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Juve, Atletico, all very, very strong. Sevilla, Leipzig, decently strong, and Tottenham as well. I'd argue to say that pot 2 is stronger than pot 1. That's my opinion. Group of death predictions. Let me know, guys. Let me know what your group of the death prediction is. I'll just go all out on what I believe would be the strongest one. I think if you put Man City, Juve, Dortmund, and Marseille, I'd say that's probably the strongest, one of the strongest pots. That'll be my group of death one, because that would be difficult. I think the group of death will include probably one of Dortmund or Inter, maybe Napoli as well. We might get Europa League again. Yeah, Dortmund aren't looking too pretty, man. Looking too pretty. Big Jerry says tuning in from the U.S. I'm not sure with the US. It might be on like UEFA's actual might be on their actual channel. If you just go to UEFA.com or whatever it is, it might be on there, but I'm not sure in the US. JDTV fan says, sup, what's going on, my man? How you guys feeling today? Let me know. Comment your guys' favorite team in the chat. I want to see how nervous you guys are. Because if you are a Dortmund fan out there, maybe an Inter Milan fan as well, there's a chance that this could be an ugly group. Both, like, Pot 3's got some strong teams in it as well. Like, Napoli's a good team. Dortmund, I mean, Shakhtar, obviously, because of what's going on, they've been hit pretty bad. But, I mean, I don't know. There could be a couple deadly group of deaths coming out that involve Dortmund, Inter, Napoli. Napoli looked pretty good to start this year as well. I want Bayern, Liverpool, Inter, Marseille. If you can't want to be the best, you have to beat the best. Mia Sam Mia. Wow. Donald Duck is excited. Now that could be a group of death, man. That would be a deadly, deadly group. Bayern, Liverpool, Inter, Marseille. That's a deadly one, man. That's a deadly one. Ronaldo. Yeah, I saw a rumor today with Ronaldo. I can't remember exactly where it said that he was going. I think Rangers, actually. Any Rangers fans out there? They're back in the Champions League along with Celtic. Yes, they are. Come on, Porto, Sevilla, BBB, and Victoria Pills. That would be a decent group. OC's here. Long time no see. How you doing, my friend? Hopefully you're keeping well. Yash, probably feeling pretty good after the big victory for United over the weekend. They will not be participating in this draw, however, so sorry to the United fans out there. But Yash, who's your favorite team in the Champions League this season? Because obviously, you know, they're not in there. Do you support Dortmund? I do. Big Dortmund fan my whole life. A little worried for them this season already, and a little worried for this group. But, you know, Matty D's here. He's been a member for 18 months. Big shout out, Matty D. Hope you're keeping well. But come on, guys. Let's see where you guys are tuning in from today. Drop your locations. Let me know where you're tuning in from and potentially who you're supporting. I mean, for those of you guys who know me, I mean, I'm Canadian. So, keeping a special eye on the Canadians in this, which I think, I mean, Eustachio's on Porto, Davies is on Bayern, Buchanan and Laren are on Club Brugge, and Scott Arfield. Not really playing for the Canadians anymore, but I'll be doing a video on this for One Soccer after this. But my club is Dortmund, so they're chilling in pot 3, and it's looking a little ugly. But give us an easy group. Yeah, if I could go for the group of life, one that I think would be very, very doable, I'd say Porto, Leipzig, Napoli, Marseille. For me, right there, that is an open group, as open as it can be. All I say is we're getting group of death. Yeah, I'm putting my hot take. Let me know your guys' hot take, but my hot take is pot 3 will determine the group of death. I'm going to say Dortmund, Inter, and Napoli. One of those 3 will be the group of death. Toughest team in pot 4 is Marseille, definitely. I 100% agree. Pot 4 is pretty light, in my opinion. Tuning in from Copenhagen, I like it. Matty D is tuning in from Canada. What did Yash or Rangers? I think you're right. I think you're right with Marseille. Mark tuning in from North York. Mark, hope you're keeping well. India still hasn't changed. Tuning in from Ottawa. Beautiful, beautiful. Big Sens fan here, so enjoying that. Few from Canada. I like it. I like it. What time does it start? I mean, it starts in 4 minutes. So I'm not sure what time is it in? Are you guys 6 hours ahead? Maybe is it 5:56 over in England? But it starts in 4 minutes, guys. So if you aren't able to watch it, hopefully you guys will sit back and enjoy this stream. I'll keep you guys up to date with how the group is going. Should be pretty fun. Real Madrid is who I think. Josh, Man City 2nd, Bayern 3rd, PSG 4th, Liverpool 5th. Tuning in, ooh, California. Josh, also Dortmund's getting ready to put endless curse on Madrid. Yeah, we'll see, man. I don't have great hopes for Dortmund in this competition, I think if anything, if Dortmund's going to win anything in Europe, it's because they're going to drop down to the Europa League. But they did that last year. They've done that a few other times, and they've done absolutely nothing with it. Where is the draw streaming for Americans? I have no idea. I have no idea about for the US, unfortunately. I know where in Canada, but not the US. So if anyone knows where you can watch it in the US, feel free to drop it in the chat. But check out UEFA's website, because usually that's where they put it on from. But we have an easier way to watch it here in Canada. So let's find out. British Empire is here. How you doing, my friend? If you guys are just joining us, be sure to drop a like on the stream. Drop a sub as well if you're new. And be sure to say hello. Let me know who you guys are keeping an eye on for. And we got Benfica and Sporting better than BV right now. I mean, I don't know if you're overly wrong. I mean, Sporting, they got a big loss against Porto, so they don't look overly good. Benfica look pretty decent this year. Imagine if we get Rangers. Yeah. Where can we watch it in Canada? DAZN YouTube channel, my friends. Listen for the Indians in the chat. Sony. There we go. I got some tips coming around, guys. 3 minutes away. 3 minutes away. Let's get some bold predictions in the chat. Without any context before we kick off. Who's winning the Champions League in 2023? Who do you got, ladies and gentlemen? Who do you got winning it? I don't think Madrid will do it again. I'd assume probably... I don't know. I don't really want PSG to win it. I don't really want City to win it. Ooh, it's a tricky question. There's not a lot of clubs that actually want to win this competition who I think can win it. I think Madrid's got a decent chance. I'd say... I got Atletico winning it on a bold prediction. But my actual prediction... I think this might be the year. This might be the year that City does it. But let me know who you guys think will win it, / I guess who could win it. I don't know. It's a little difficult. MXE21 here says, hey JDD, Real Madrid, Liverpool, Dortmund, Marseille in the same group would be fun. I think that would see Dortmund relegated to the yeah. No, I would have no confidence in that, my man. I think Dortmund would be lucky to finish third, and if they did, they would be chilling in the Europa League. But it would be an entertaining group. But like I said, I just have a feeling that Dortmund or Inter Milan, mainly one of those two, will be the group of death. It could get quite ugly, man. It could get quite ugly. Celtic supporter tuning in. I like it. Celtic and Rangers both in pot 4 representing today. Very, very cool. Real Madrid to repeat. I don't know. I mean, I think Madrid lost a lot this year. I mean, with Casemiro going out, I think that their run last year was more luck. Probably unfair to say, but a little bit of luck, you know? Like, that run was beautiful on the eyes. I loved everything about it. But at the end of the day, I don't know how they pulled off. It was a fairy tale. If they turned that into a documentary, I'd watch it like that. And in terms of documentary, anyone watching Welcome to Wrexham? Because let me know, man. Ryan Reynolds bought a club in Wales, and I think it premieres today, or it did last night, but I'm going to take a look at that. AC Milan going to take it. I'd like to see some of the Italian teams doing pretty well in Europe. They've been struggling over the years. I don't have a lot of faith in AC Milan doing anything in Europe this year. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are still tuning with us, be sure to drop a like. Let's get over 20 likes because we are underway. It has started. I'll keep you guys updated if you aren't able to watch any of it. I don't know if this will update. That would be lovely if it did. I doubt it will, but we'll see. Otherwise, I will just tell you guys what's going on as it happens. But it has started, which is good to see. If you guys are just joining us, get in your guys' bold predictions before the draw even happens. Who's going to win the Champions League? I said Atletico for my bold. Bayern would be funny as Liverpool sold Mane to keep Salah. Yeah, man, Bayern looks good this year. I was very skeptical of how that they would perform, but they've been killing it, man. They look deadly. They look scary. I don't know, man. I think they got a good chance, but I want to see how they can do over the course of a season without having a player like Lewandowski. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But all right, we're underway. We are underway, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how the group will go. Wrexham is like the edge of England and Wales border. I'm excited for that documentary, though, man. Very, very excited. I predict that there's going to be a long, boring presentation, and then after 45 minutes. Yeah, probably. I'll keep you guys updated as she goes. Real Madrid are always underrated, in my opinion. They have 14 UEFA Champions League. Yeah, you got to respect everything that they do. Madrid has just done so many wonderful things over the year. It's almost impossible to replicate that. And that their Champions League, in my opinion, last year was just an epitome of what they can do. I don't know. I just didn't think that not that they didn't deserve, but it just never looked like they're ever going to do it through the quarters, semis, finals, and they found a way. And that was probably one of my favorite Champions League stories to watch. Just how it just didn't look like it was going to be their year, and they turned it around. It was incredible. They replaced Casemiro with Tchouaméni. Yeah, but he's still very young, man. Very young, very raw. I think it's a good business move to sell Casemiro for 70 mil. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to be the same team. Last is eliminated. Third is Europa League. Third and Europa League is Conference League. Yep. Yeah, for anyone who is confused, if you finish third place in the Champions League, you go down to the Europa League. You finish third in the Europa League, you go down to the Conference League. And if you finish third in the Conference League or fourth, you're eliminated. Josh doesn't want Tomori to win anything. No, it's okay. I've gotten over the Tomori betrayal. It's fine. Thoughts about Haaland and City? I think he's doing about what we'd expect him to do. He looks the part, looks like a real force up front for City. I think that he'll be deadly this season. Wouldn't surprise me if he scored 20-ish, 25 goals. They're not used to playing with that style, though. They haven't done it for years, having a prolific striker like that. So if Bayern get Frankie de Jong, I'd be worried. I don't think that they will. Bayern don't really have the money. They don't want to drop that type of money. The only deal I read about was that they wanted to bring him in on a loan, and Barca is against that. I think that they would get some money out of a Champions League, Premier League side, like Liverpool or Chelsea. But I don't think Frankie de Jong will be going to Bayern. Let's see who's landing in Group A. I'm 100% proactive to find out. Well, hopefully you guys are enjoying it, my friends. We'll keep you updated. They're showing a bunch of Real Madrid highlights, as you'd expect after their beautiful run last season. Cream the dream. Terzic isn't a fraud. Not happy with Eden Terzic. You'll lose Bellingham next season to either them or Liverpool. I'd expect Bellingham to probably go to Liverpool, wouldn't you say? I think they'll probably just find a way to get him. I don't know if Madrid will. I mean, they do have a lot of money sitting around because of the Mbappe, but we shall see. A. Arnold says, update the group stage to replace pots for Europa League, Champions League, and Europa Conference League. Instead of just a bunch of groups, first place gets UEFA Champions League, second Europa, third gets Conference League. Pius says, long time no see, Josh. Hope you're keeping well. Man said Leipzig. Yeah, well, I'm not sure exactly when it's going to start. It started the stream, but you guys know how it is. It's just, someone called it already in the chat. What is it, an hour? Hour or two of video of the Madrid. I mean, it's cool to see. They're showing all the highlights last year about Real Madrid and their just incredible run. But yeah, we're probably still about 10 minutes out from the actual draw, knowing how these things usually go. So let's just get some predictions in. If you're just joining us in the chat, guys, feel free to let me know where you're tuning in from and who your club is. I know a lot of you guys are cheering on Dortmund. We got some Bayern fans, some Madrid fans. But we shall see. Hopefully they will get to the draw relatively soon. Yeah, Leverkusen are in there. We got the pots up there for you guys. And just for anyone who doesn't know, the 4 pots, obviously. I mean, if you're in pot 1, you can't get drawn against someone in pot 1. You can't get drawn against someone from your league. So there's 5 German teams, I think, for the first time in a long time in the in the Champions League, and that's because of the Europa League win from Frankfurt, which was quite impressive. Leipzig and Leverkusen are so bad. Cheering on Marseille, but they'll probably get wrecked. I mean, they're going to have to... I said, like, if there's a group of life that Marseille would have probably a chance, it would be like Porto, Leipzig, Salzburg, and then Marseille, and they probably have a decent chance. There could be some good opportunity for them. Josh, who would you want Dortmund to go up against this season? If I was picking an ideal group for Dortmund, it would be probably Porto, Sevilla, and Copenhagen, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. Did you watch the BVB versus Werder game? I did. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. I can't believe that absolute... I don't even know how to describe it. It was just humiliating. It was humiliating. I think Dortmund would do better in the group of death. I mean, I don't know how they could do much worse. So we'll have to wait and see how they do. I have no hope for Dortmund. We are so bad offensively. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. With them being in pot 3, I don't feel good about Dortmund making it. I don't even know what the draw is. But I can already say I don't feel good about it. Brand played so bad, but had a good goal. And he always plays bad when he plays from the wings. Dortmund became my... for about 6. I have no hope for Dortmund. Yeah. We usually did better in a group of death. I think it depends, man. I think it depends. I just don't know if Dortmund have the squad built to actually succeed in the Champions League this year. I don't know, man. Not seeing it. Leipzig are worse than Dortmund right now. 3 matches, 0 wins. Yeah, Leipzig had a surprisingly poor start to this season so far. I actually disagree. We are good in offense. It's just we need pace. AC Milan sign David and win the Champions League. I'd be thrilled if Jonathan David joined up at AC Milan. I always thought that would be a perfect little fit for him. Maybe not the style goes hand in hand, but I think he can play a lot of different roles there. But it looks like Jonathan David will probably stay put this season right now. They have Origi. Yeah, Origi's like a quarter of the striker that David is. Just a depth piece. Maybe when Giroud and Zlatan move on, he could be a good pickup, but I don't know. I'm not convinced that Jonathan David would perfectly match what AC Milan's looking for. You saw the spending from Nottingham Forest. How much money do they have? Nottingham Forest is dropping a ton of money, and I'm pretty sure they're linked to 2 more right backs. Sidibe was one that they were linked to, and I think they signed Serge Aurier, which is just hilarious. They already spent money on 3 or 4 different fullbacks. They kicked Richie Larea to the curb. They're definitely an interesting side. I kind of hope they go down. I'm not going to lie. Loving the new positioning and use at Lille this year. Better fit for him. I agree. I mean, if you get rid of that PSG performance, I mean, hopefully Lille are in for an okay season. Hey, young Josh. What's up, Dortmund guy? How you guys doing? Word Forest also linked to Awar. Yes, they were. I thought they were going to get that deal done, so I'm not sure really what happened there. I think it would be a lot better to see Jonathan David in Dortmund alongside Ike Ugbo. It would be an amazing dream for both of them. Yeah, I mean, everyone always thought that David would be a good move to the Bundesliga. I do too, but just with his price tag, Dortmund looked other ways. Like, if they didn't sign Adeyemi, and probably Mullen as well, then maybe. But I don't know. I don't think Jonathan David's going to leave this summer. I have no idea where. a late landing spot would be for him. I'd assume it'd be, honestly, probably United if any type of move actually happened. But it doesn't look like the way, man. It looks like Jonathan David will stay put and not participate in this year's Champions League. Seems, yeah, I mean, I heard a lot of storylines going around Celtic and Rangers being back in the Champions League and them being teams that they want, but some of the bigger teams should want to avoid given the atmosphere and how absolutely crazy those fans could be. But I don't know, man. I'm looking at pot 4. I think and I mean, Marseille has done brutal in Europe as well. So I don't know, like they're a team that you'd maybe want to avoid. But other than that, like I think it's pretty open. Like I think there's not a ton of quality in pot 4. Like they're obviously decent teams, but I don't think anyone in pot 4 would be really looking at an opportunity to move on and get in the top 2. Marseille has struggled in Europe, but I mean, if they get into like a group of life, maybe there's an opportunity. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys. If one team from pot 4 was to make it out of the group stage, who do you think it would be? Because I mean, Rangers are a good team. Marseille's a good team. Celtic's been decent. Club Brugge is okay, but I just don't know what type of draw would have to happen for them to actually be put in a situation to be very successful. Newcastle close to signing Isaac. Yeah, that's a weird one. 70 mil for a player who will probably get you between 7 and 10 goals. I don't know, man. Newcastle would be good. He'd be an upgrade on Callum Wilson. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if David went to Newcastle just because it's a very intriguing project. But I don't know. I still feel like he personally would want to hold out for a bigger move. Imagine him and Saint-Maximin. Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe Christian Pulisic comes as well. Ten Hag wants David at Ajax. You mean United? Marseille is underrated. I like Marseille. I mean, there's a lot of issues going on with their new manager coming in and the squad. On top of that, they've also never performed in Europe. Never once really shown that they could be up with the big dogs in the Champions League. Maybe in the Europa League. I think they made it to the Europa League final and they got manhandled by Atleti. But for right now, the way that this team is playing, I am not overly convinced. Ronaldo to Marseille feels wrong. That won't happen. But there was a rumor today that said Ronaldo to Rangers, and I thought that was wild. Anthony Modeste, yeah, he's not looked the part so far. Very different striker, real true number 9, and just has, I don't know, it's been ugly. But all right, we're already 14 minutes in and still have not started yet. Anthony Gordon, 60 million is overpriced. If he were Italian, he'd be worth 2 million. That is a statement that I am all about. 60 mil for Anthony Gordon is a joke. If Chelsea pay that is just a terrible, terrible move. They do not need a player of his style. They do not need Anthony Gordon, period. And he's just, I don't know, that's just crazy, crazy overpriced. But Chelsea just love doing aggressive moves. Yash is now, Gordon is worth 30 mil. Yeah, even so, I don't think he's done enough at an elite level to prove that he can make it. Like, he's not going to play. If he goes to Chelsea, he's just going to sit on the bench. Morgan Gibbs went for 45. Yeah, it's a terrible deal. Nottingham Forest, in my opinion, spending all that money, they still look like a team that could be relegated. They're overspending on all these players that just absolutely ridiculous. And it's kind of funny, and I kind of hope they go down. But we shall see. Gordon is worth 30 if you watch him play. He's a good player, but he still hasn't proven it at a consistent level yet. He needs to have a couple of stronger seasons still, I think, with Everton. I think that would do him good. And then maybe make a move. He's not going to play. He's going to make the move to Chelsea for 50 mil. He's going to sit on the bench and do absolutely nothing. And he'll probably turn into another Ross Barkley. He's not that bad, but he's worth. Yeah, I agree. Like I know I like it. Like I'm not trying to take a shot at Anthony Gordon. He's a good player, but he's far from a $50 million price tag, and he's never going to basically play. Can I sub? You can. If you guys are just joining us on the channel, be sure to drop a like, drop a sub as well. Always appreciated. Josh, are you not? Oh yeah, Dortmund is still my club, look, guys. With the new job, I just don't cover them. Doesn't mean I still don't watch them or enjoy them or make them make me miserable. I watched the Verger game, guys. I cried a little bit. It's fine. Yeah, with my new job at One Soccer, I gotta keep an eye more on the Canadian players. And it's impressive that there's 5, I believe, in this one. There's Eustachio at Porto, Davies at Bayern, Tejon and Laren at Club Brugge, and my boy Scotty Airfield. But I appreciate the sub, my friend. If you're new to the channel and you dropped a sub, be sure to say hello. Where are you tuning in from? Road to 500 subs. When is the draw? The draw's right now, guys. Just hasn't actually started yet. Just a little ridiculous. We're all waiting. Josh, are you more excited for the World Cup? Yes, I am. Absolutely stoked for the World Cup. It's coming up, man. It'll be a little bit interesting, but tuning in from England, I like it. Who's your club, my man? As always, this big football corporation, they are stalling. Yep. We're annoying. We're annoying. Speaking of Leicester, can they just buy a keeper already? Yeah, Schmeichel. Zahara says 8 more likes. Hope you're doing well, Zahara. Hey, JJD, how you doing, my friend? Porto bought him as a backup. Eustachio getting better minutes at Porto. When will he get his first start? I don't know, man. I mean, with 2 cups coming up for Porto, the Champions League, the league, like he's going to get a start eventually, but I don't think he will be a starter. Not yet, man. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? I don't know, man. I've said Argentina from the beginning. Something about it. I just feel like Messi's going to turn to God mode, but I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Your favorites. Who do you think will win the upcoming World Cup starting in November? Should be fun. Your City fan. Well, should be one of the favorites to maybe win this tournament. Dan says he's from England himself. Who are you supporting in preparation for the 2022 World Cup? I got Mexico, and Josh is getting ready to rally his fellow Canadians. Yes, I am. First World Cup for Canada in my lifetime, and the first one since 1986. So I am absolutely stoked. On Man City, why don't they swap Bernardo for Frankie de Jong? That wouldn't be a bad move, man. That would be a solid move for both clubs. I'm not sure. I don't really know. They were linked. City were loosely linked to Frankie de Jong for a little bit, but nothing ever really came of it. But that's interesting. I don't know. Barca's also in a weird place when it comes to that, so we'll have to see. Yeah, Torre. Yeah. People are really underestimating Canada. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to watch Canada the upcoming World Cup. Don't get me wrong, but I don't have any true expectations. They are in a very difficult group, and if they get out of that group, they have to take on Germany or Spain. Angie's tuned in. Angie, how you doing? Confident in Germany for the upcoming World Cup. I like it. We should be punished for being in pot 3 after losing to the Rangers. It's actually starting, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys are excited. It's about time. I'll keep you guys updated as they come in. Be sure to say hello in the chat. Draw is 20 minutes late as per usual. Finally. Yes. Drop a like, guys, if you guys are excited. Took us 20 minutes, but we're here. The draft has finally started. Bayern looks better. Bayern looks unbelievable this year, man. They look very, very good. Very surprising. I thought they were going to take a step back after losing Lewandowski, but Mane has allowed them to play more into Nagelsmann's system, and it's working, and it's scary. Wouldn't want to come up against Bayern in the Champions League in the group stage at all. They can be deadly. If they lose or draw, best showing ever, they will be happy. Yeah, they never picked up a point or scored a goal. So, I mean, all they got to do is score a goal, and it's already been a win. But if they can pick up a point or two or something here and there, I mean, it'd be nice to see, man. PSG looks scary as well. Neymar has had 11 goal contributions in... How many matches? He's had 3 matches. Yeah, they've only played 3 matches. He's had 11 goal contributions in 3 matches. That is scary. Neymar is on incredible form right now leading up to the World Cup, which could do Brazil some good things. Bayern's going to surrender the competition again this year. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Nagelsmann was a little bit naive last year when they got eliminated. It was a tough one for them, but they just look so good right now. They're actually playing the way that they should be. They're looking deadly. But we're taking a look now. The draw is somewhat almost here. Personally, you'd be ecstatic if they scored a goal. Yeah, I think Canada will score a goal in the upcoming World Cup. Neymar in incredible form just to get injured for 8 months in November. I hope not, man. Like, I'd like to see Neymar at his best at the World Cup. Like, he looks so good right now. It's scary. I haven't seen that in forever. 11 goal contributions in 3 matches. He's on another level. All the team mentioned PSG, Man City, Bayern, all those teams massively good. Defense, not so much. It's true. I mean, the one club that just is so sad to see that has never won one is Atletico Madrid. And if they were going to win one, it came specifically off of a defense. If City wins the UEFA Champions League, what you do? I'm assuming Pep would maybe call it a day. Guardiola, all he wants is this Champions League. It's the only thing that he wants right now as part of the City. He's won everything else, and it's just like a curse at this moment. And I don't know. I think if City won it this year, they would probably, I don't know, Pep would maybe look for another challenge, but I don't know. Wasn't Dortmund pot 2 in the past? Dortmund's usually in pot 2. After having a poor season and losing out the way that they did, they dropped down and they're in pot 3. Atletico's 10-man defensive tactics will be useful during the knockout rounds. Atleti can be tricky, man. And it's the reason Diego Simeone has always been my favorite manager. If you can take a team that doesn't have the quality, not that there's not good players, but a team that shouldn't be at the best of the best, and you can get them to line up, and you can get them to overachieve and find a way to win games. It's one of the most impressive things in the world to me. He won them 2 La Ligas, he won them 2 Europa Leagues, he won them the Copa del Rey, multiple Super Cups, and took them to 2 Champions League finals. It's unprecedented what he's done with Atletico Madrid. No other manager could pull that off. But he does play one of the ugliest brands of football you're ever going to see. So, it's up for debate. Do you think Herdman will sign a pro contract in a league team? I don't know. No. I think he'll probably just end up... well, I don't know. I'm kind of torn. He's going to finish off 2022. I'd like to think he's going to stay till 2026. And then maybe it'd be an option to go back to England. But I'm not 100% sure. But all right, ladies and gentlemen. I think after the explanation is over, we're actually going to get to the draw. So if you guys are just tuning in with us, say hello in the chat. Drop a sub if you're new. And let's start this thing. It's about freaking time. Pot 1. Here we go. If City win it, Pep goes to Italy, maybe Juve. I don't know where Pep would go after. He's done it in Spain, done it in England, done it in Germany. I don't think he'd be interested in Liga. So bringing Juve back to the top, maybe try to go for a Champions League there could be an interesting tactic. What is your reaction if Dortmund parked the bus in the UEFA Champions League? They don't know how to park the bus, man. Dortmund is one gear, and it's called open. They will give up chances every single game you've ever watched them play. It's just not in their DNA. Their DNA is to concede goals, and if they win 3-2, and if they lose 4-3. Pep will never coach Brazil after City. Pep will coach Spain, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, he could go into the... I never thought about that, going into the national career. But I think Juve would be an interesting one. I could definitely see Juve trying to get back to the best. Maybe Roma. I mean, Pep did play a year at Roma. He didn't have many appearances, so I don't know if there's a connection there, but I think he would maybe want a little bit more. I think he would get that probably from Juve. He's a very demanding man. You guys know that. But all right, let's get this show on the road. The first ball has been picked. Pep is Spain after Enrique. Probably. I could see that. All right, the very first club that has been drawn is Ajax. All right, where's he going? See Edwin van der Sar in there. Yash, your old keeper. Ajax can be a tricky team. But I think that they have a good opportunity to be a part of the group of life. Ajax is an interesting one, but they're the first ones drawn, and let's see what group they are going into. Ajax will be placed I believe probably the first group. Is that how that works? I think Porto is the next team that's been drawn, and they will go into Group B, I assume. Please not Ajax again. Almost everyone good left Ajax. I know, but they're so good at rebuilding. They just turn players who, you know, maybe aren't superstars yet into the next generation. Ajax will always be a bit of a deadly team. I don't think they have the quality to do anything special in the Champions League, but they're still a solid squad. Bayern is the next team. My boy Alphonso Davies. Going into Group C. Angie says, I'll take Milan. Yeah, I don't know, man. Milan doesn't really scare me that much. AC Milan is I don't know. Some of the Italian teams just struggle. They've always struggled in Europe. Juve was the only one who could try to prove it, but they couldn't get over that last hurdle, losing to both Barca and Real Madrid. Frankfurt, another Germany back-to-back. But Angie said that she would take Milan. Dortmund-Milan would be a pretty good matchup. I'd like to see that, but I'm not overly confident. I think either one of the two teams could win it, but it's definitely a winnable match for both. Inter is the only Italian team that I'm scared of. Inter Milan. I mean, honestly, mostly every Italian team except for Juve has been poor in Europe. AC Milan and Inter specifically. Inter finally kind of broke their little curse of just getting out of the group stage. I don't know. It's something about Italian teams in Europe. It's just weird. But speaking of AC Milan, here they are. Josh is a Bayern bandwagon fan. I am definitely not a Bayern bandwagon fan, man. I cover Canadian soccer. I cover Alphonso Davies, so I watch a lot of Bayern. But not a bandwagon fan, my man. But them and Lille are the two teams I have to keep a very, very, very special eye on. And they look good this year, and it's scary. Real Madrid, the defending champs. 14 times winners of the Champions League. Catalina, is that you? You changed your name if that's you. You're talking like Catalina. I like it. If we get Real Madrid, I'm breaking the table. There's City. Inter did get Lukaku back, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's almost like winning the Scudetto just gets in the way for some of the Italian teams. Except for Juve, because they were winning it so easily over that 9-year spell. But the other ones are just trying to get in the Champions League. They don't prioritize the Champions League. It was a revolving door there for a little bit. But Inter is a solid team. They should be doing good in Europe. But PSG is the next team that's been picked. They look very good this year. PSG and Bayern are the two teams so far, very, very early on in the season, that's got my attention. PSG still have some issues with, the players on their team, personalities they have, but there's no denying that they look scary. Absolutely scary. But guys, we are into pot 2. All the seeding has been done for pot 1. Now we get to actually see who's going to match up with who. Is there a live update here? No, there's not. Thought there maybe be a live update for you guys. It's okay. We'll get it up after. Dortmund and PSG, little back and forth there. All right, guys, let's see if we can get to 50 likes. We're at 34 likes. I think it's doable. Drop a like if you're just tuning in. We're into pot 2 right now. They're showing Sevilla, Liverpool, some deadly teams. No Porto or Ajax for Dortmund confirmed. Yeah, it's going to be tricky. Want all German teams to go as far as possible, says Angie. Pretty cool. 5 German teams. I don't know if that's ever happened before. Does anybody know in the chat? Has there ever been 5 Bundesliga sides in the same Champions League year? I don't know. It's a tricky one. Just need David. There you go, Steven. Yeah, I don't know, Yash. Like Milan's team, in my opinion, is not built to go far in the Champions League. It's just simply not. It's a decent team. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, it's the front 4. Like Rafael Leao is a great player. Stella Makers, I'm not sold on. Anton Rebic, not really an out-and-out striker. I don't know, but RB Leipzig has been chosen. Let's find out where they can go. RB Leipzig made it to a Champions League semifinals where they lost to PSG. Not a lot of people were fans of that final, or of that semifinal. That was the year that Bayern won it all. There's been at least 4. Yeah, because 5 would require them winning the Europa League. But all right, RB Leipzig is going into Group F. Group F for RB Leipzig with Real Madrid. So the defending champs get RB Leipzig. It's, that was the only time I supported Bayern. Yeah, every Bundesliga fan was cheering on Bayern against PSG. Nobody wanted PSG to win. But that means no Dortmund for Josh. Who do you support? My favorite club is Borussia Dortmund. I feel like I don't need to say that a lot. I don't know if I don't know if that's not obvious. It's always been my favorite team. With my new job, I don't cover them as much, guys. Doesn't mean I'm not a fan. I spend most of my days covering the Canadians playing abroad. That's kind of how my life works now. So I watch a lot of Bayern, a lot of Lille, a lot of Club Brugge, Porto. Group H. Juventus joins PSG. Looks a little deadly. Gutted for Borjan. Yeah, that would have been a shame, man. There's 5 Canadians in the Champions League this year. There would have been 7 with Borjan and Mitrovic. Even though he's a dual national, but regardless, I would have counted him. So now there's only 5. Davies, Eustachio, Buchanan, Laren, and Scott Arfield if you want to count him. But that looks like a deadly group right there. PSG, Juve. That means Dortmund looks pretty likely to join that group, man. That could be ugly. Tottenham Hotspur. Next team that come up. Is a CPL going to be in 2023? I don't think so, but there's a big announcement coming on the One Soccer YouTube channel today, guys, involving the CPL. So just keep an eye on that. I think it's 3:15 that there's going to be a video there. But yeah, that looks deadly, man. Juve and PSG, already a scary looking group to want to avoid. So Dortmund, you're not looking good right there. That could be an ugly group. Tottenham joins Eintracht Frankfurt. So there's probably a pretty nice group there for Tottenham. They're probably pretty thrilled with that. Sneaking into the last Champions League spot, getting a group now with Frankfurt. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. That could be a group of life. All right, next club. Liverpool. This one could be deadly as well. Let's see where Liverpool goes. You'd assume probably one of the favorites, last year's finalist. They're showing Thiago's unbelievable strike. Spurs is actually dangerous now. Yeah, Antonio Conte did so well, but they're in Group A. They look kind of happy with that. Ajax, Liverpool, that's a good one. Give Liverpool Bayern. No, they got a good one, man. Liverpool got Ajax, probably pretty happy with that. Laren's start is not good at Club Brugge. Sad for him. He needs to, yeah. I mean, he's been missing chances left, right, and center. Missed a penalty. It's tricky days for a boy Kyle Laren. Next name is Sevilla. So Sevilla has a few options. Darwin has an endless rivalry with Erling Haaland. Do you think so? Two good strikers for the future. Next club. Sevilla gets put in Group G with Manchester City. It's a decent one. City, Sevilla, that could be a group as well. Could be a little bit deadly. Especially to get like a Napoli or an Inter. Next up, Barcelona. What do you guys think of Barcelona? Do you think they have any chance to do anything dangerous in the Champions League this year? They got an interesting team. They looked a lot better against Sociedad over the weekend, picking up a big win. If Bruges gets Bayern, would Buchanan line up against Davies? No, Buchanan usually plays on the left-hand side, so does Davies, so they'd be on opposite sides, but I don't know. Maybe Buchanan said, all right, put me over to the right. Bayern and Barca. That's a big group right there. OC, come on, you can do it, OC. You can get it out. We're almost there. We're almost there. Hold it together, my man. Chelsea's up next. Only two options, I believe. Got put with AC Milan. Chelsea, Milan, that's a good group. What group looks the scariest to you guys right now? And Atletico gets put with Porto. I like that. I like that. Porto and Atletico Madrid. I think that might be a watch-along potential. Warm welcome for Lewandowski. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I don't know. That went right over my head. Lewandowski returning to Bayern with Barcelona. That is scary. That's halfway done the pool now. We're heading over to pot 3. Who are in Bayern's group? Bayern got Barcelona. So Lewandowski is returning. It would be sweet to see. Definitely would take the afternoon off for that. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. They're showing Shakhtar Donetsk, Inter, Dortmund, Napoli. There's some good clubs in pot 3, and I think this is going to help determine who the group of death is. I said beforehand, I think wherever Dortmund and Inter go will probably be one of those two will be the group of death. Unless they get very lucky. Angie says I'll take another 8-2 for Bayern. I don't know, man, but I can't wait to see. That's going to be a good game. Barca, Bayern, Lewandowski returning. It's going to be a scary game. I think Bayern would... I don't know. I think Bayern's going to pump Dortmund. Or, sorry. Well, I think they're going to do that as well, but I think they're going to pump Barca as well. A lot of people are complaining about the Bundesliga already. 3 matches in, Dortmund already lost 1. Bayern looks unstoppable. People are mad. They want to see this being a little bit more competitive of a league. But, I mean, rest of the clubs need to find a way to raise the bar, man. Bundesliga needs to be a little bit better. It's very, very top-heavy. Fun league to watch. Barca will kill Bayern. Sorry, Bayern will kill Barca. I was going to say, Angie, where are you going here? You're going in circles. All right, first club of pot 3 is Napoli. This has the opportunity. This has the opportunity to be a group of death type situation here. They can get put in group E, F, G, or H. Drunk on coffee. There you go. Let's see where they're going to go. Napoli goes in group A. Okay, well, that graphic was wrong. But that is a decent group. Ajax, Napoli, Liverpool. I think Napoli would back themselves in that situation. Barca, yeah. That'll be a good game, man. Lewandowski returning back to Bayern. That'll be a lot of headlines there. But yeah, Napoli is going in with Liverpool and Ajax. Next up is Salzburg. It's one of the lighter teams. Salzburg lost some of their good players over the summertime. Brennan Aronson, Kamara moving on. Probably some of the big dogs wouldn't mind getting Salzburg. Let's see where he's going to go. Group E. Milan, Chelsea, and Salzburg. Not bad. That's giving AC Milan a good opportunity to look to move on, man. Next up. Benfica, my boy Adrian's team. I think he'd probably hope for that Frankfurt group if he's yeah. They can go in just about any one so far. Even Lewandowski said he'd prefer not to have Bayern too early. That's gonna be tough, man. But we got one prolific striker coming home. Is there a chance that Dortmund will draw City? Maybe. Group H. PSG, Juventus, Benfica. That was a good one for Dortmund to look to avoid. But I don't know. And there they are. Borussia Dortmund is up next. Oh. It's not looking great. It's not going to look great for them. Man City, Sevilla, Dortmund. Oh. Oh, the Europa League's looking pretty nice. I don't know. Sevilla do not look very good this year. That is one big positive to take away from that. Sevilla do not look very good. They don't have their prolific striker up front. They haven't had one since Ben Yedder. They're not looking overly great. It's an okay group, but, I mean, still very difficult. Bayer Leverkusen, another German team coming up. Just picked up Callum Hudson-Odoi. Very nice, very nice. And they went into Group B. Porto, Atleti, and Leverkusen. Angie says, City will spit BVB out. Yeah, that could be ugly. That could be ugly. Get the return of Thomas Delaney and Erling Haaland. It's the strikers coming home. Lewandowski going back to Bayern. And, of course, Haaland going back to Dortmund. Oh, that could be an ugly, ugly game. Sporting's the next team. I have a feeling they're going to go in the Frankfurt one. OC says it could have been worse. The Sevilla one's a winnable game. Sevilla's definitely a winnable game. But, I mean, if Dortmund perform like they have been, they could be in trouble. We shall see. We meet again, bro. There we go. It'll be different. And I was right. Sporting, Frankfurt, and Tottenham. That's an open group. Porto's group not looking too bad. Hopefully they can get Bruges and they can get through. Yeah. Yeah, Porto's looks pretty decent as well. Eustachio having a good opportunity there. Shakhtar Donetsk is the next club coming up. Donetsk has been picked apart, man. They used to have so many talented players, so many good Brazilians as well. All of them basically moved on when the opportunity came. And they're with RB Leipzig and Real Madrid. Now I really feel like the draw is rigged. Of course, they put Lewandowski against his former club and Haaland against his. I know, the return of the strikers, man. Those are two big storylines. Huge storylines. Haaland going back to Dortmund, and of course, Lewandowski, that's the bigger one. Lewandowski going back. It's the way fighting his way out. But there's your group of death. And I called it beforehand, and I am sticking with it. I said one of the Dortmund or Inter would be the group of death, just by pure guessing, and it is that, man. Bayern, Dortmund, Inter. There's your group of death. Put Marseille with it, it'll be one of the most difficult groups I've ever seen. That is a good group. So you think Barca will be back in the Europa League, or do you think that'll be Inter? Now we're into pot 4, the final pot. But I think we already know our group of death. It doesn't even matter what that last fourth team is, man. It is Bayern, Barca, Inter is the group of death. That is 100%. Stick Rangers with them as well. As soon as City drew BVB, I only remembered your channel. The quarterfinal against you guys in 2021 gave us a run for our money. Yeah, you guys were the better team, though. And City looks deadly this year. And you took Haaland. So, things aren't looking great for Dortmund. But I still think... I'd probably say Dortmund are a little bit more favorites than Sevilla. Just because if you... I don't know, if any of you guys have watched any Sevilla games so far, they look poor. I think Sevilla are in for a tough year. Maybe they get lucky and they take down Dortmund. Could happen, but... You think it's a winnable match. It could go either way. But that is one heck of a group, man. Barca, Bayern, Inter. Holy. I almost want Marseille to be with them just because I think it would be funny. But all right, we're in pot 4 now. The final one before we wrap the thing up. The yellow wall is already scaring me out. Hopefully BBB can make it. Yeah, they have a chance. They have a chance, but I don't know. Dortmund are just one of those teams where the back line just almost doesn't exist. It's going to be difficult for them to get anything off of City. First club out of pot 4 is Celtic. 2 Scottish teams return to the Champions League. Good to see. Put Celtic in the Bayern and Barca group. Celtic beat Barca in that historic, like, 81% possession game years and years ago. Celtic gets put with Shakhtar, Leipzig, and Real Madrid. It's an okay group. Okay group. Damn, we have to play Holland and Thomas Delaney. Yeah, the Sevilla game, like I said, I mean, that will determine who's going through, but Shakhtar might make it to the round of 16. Shakhtar got picked apart, though. Like, they're far from the team they used to be, but here is Marseille. Put them with the Inter group, man. Make it one of the hardest groups ever that I've probably ever seen. And if they get put with Inter, Barca, and Bayern, that is a group. Where are they going? Group D. And that's a decent one. There's your group of life. Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, Marseille. There's your group of life. We figured it out. Group of death is the Bayern group. Celtic could get second in that group. You think so? I don't know. I'm not as confident as you are, my man. Copenhagen's up next. Probably not the scariest team we're gonna run into in this Champions League. Let's see where they go. That'd be a nice one to slide into that City, Sevilla, Dortmund group. Second place in Group F is a toss-up. Yeah. Let's see where Copenhagen's going. Group G. they got the faces going on. They look okay, satisfied with it, but it's right where we called it. City, Sevilla, Dortmund, and Copenhagen. That's an open group now. Like in terms of second place, I think Copenhagen more than likely will finish in 4th. City first, and then you have your 2 backups there. Sevilla, Dortmund. One's gonna be moving on, and one will be going to the Europa League. But next up is Club Brugge. A couple Canadians featuring in that one. Tejan and Kyle Larin. Potential watch-alongs coming out of this one. Let's see what group they'll be put in. I don't even know where I'd want them to go. They're going to probably get pumped the majority of the games anyway, so maybe, I don't know. I don't know which group would give them a chance to maybe go for a Europa League spot. Let's find out. Club Brugge. Club Brugge is going to Group B. Don't look overly thrilled with that. But you got Canadians going head-to-head. You got Porto, you got Club Brugge, you got Leverkusen, and you got Madrid. Not a bad group. Not a bad group. Say Porto's probably a favorites to probably get through that one. Rangers, another Canadian, and my boy Scotty Arfield's in there. You think Club Brugge could get second or third? Maybe. I don't know, man. I think Porto's probably is a better team than Club Brugge, and so is Atleti. It's a good group for Atletico Madrid. I think Club Brugge would be pumped if they could pull off a third place and head to the Europa League. We got Rangers, my boy Scott Arfield, finalist last year of the Europa League, but they still made it to the Champions League, and they get dunked into Group A. Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers. That's a pretty open group, man. Still think Napoli would feel confident trying to get through that one. 3 clubs left. No easy groups left. No, there's not. Dynamo's up next. See where they're going to go. Similar to Copenhagen, probably not a club that's going to scare a lot of the big hitters in this competition. And they're going into Group E. They're smiling. They look happy about it. Joining up with Salzburg, Milan, and Chelsea. Probably Chelsea, Milan are the 2 heavy favorites to make it out of that group. 2 clubs remain before this thing comes to an end. Sitting on 39 likes. See if we can get to 40. Let's see if we can get to 40. Watch them top Group C. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. That'd be impressive. They get put into Group H. They join up with Benfica, Juventus, and PSG, so not very much favorites, no. Probably going to sit in 4th place. And the final club of the group stage draw is Victoria Pilsen, and they're probably, I think, the only one left is, yeah, the Bayern. So they got an easy one. It's still the group of death. Victoria Pilsen goes in with Inter Milan, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich. And that concludes the Champions League draw. Not bad, not bad. A lot of good teams in there. So Group A is Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers. Group B is Porto, Atletico, Leverkusen, Club Brugge. Group C is Bayern, Barca, Inter, Victoria Pilsen. Group D is Frankfurt, Tottenham, Sporting, and Marseille. Group of deaths for me, 100% is the Bayern, Inter, Barca, and Victoria Pilsen group, but 100%. Group E is AC Milan, Chelsea, Salzburg, and Dynamo. Group F is Madrid, Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk, and Celtic. Group G, Copenhagen, Dortmund, Sevilla, and City. And Group H is PSG, Juventus, Benfica, and I don't know how to pronounce that name. It's the Israeli team. I didn't even see what it was, how to pronounce that. But that's who it was. And they're going to probably finish bottom of the group. But there it is. Not too bad. Not too shabby. But all right, guys, that concludes it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, as always, be sure to drop a like. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, those are some interesting groups. Gotta go make a video right now. So yeah, until then, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. Cheers, friends.